Thomas Paul's week this time comes from the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. Behind us you see a church in Playas del Coco, and I'm very happy to meet Christians here all over the country and in other countries in Latin America, Costa Rica. And I'm visiting here, you can see, shortly after Christmas, and in a very nice environment, Dennis Petri. He is the director of the International Institute for Religious Freedom. He lives with his family, which is with us here in the capital, or close to the capital of Costa Rica. And so he is the director of the IIRF, as we call it in short, but of course especially involved with the Latin American Evangelical Alliance around liberty issues here. So Dennis, tell us a little bit about your passion and what you are doing.
Yes, well, thank you very much. And Thomas, it's a pleasure to host you here in Costa Rica, the country that has been my home for the past 15 years. So it's also an honor to direct the IIRF and succeed you, Thomas, after 15 years, right, in the institute. And indeed, well, there's a huge legacy that I can build upon, but there's also a lot of work that needs to be done in Latin America, and in particular the Latin Evangelical Alliance that was started 10 years ago, but really started to fly in the past years. Created a Religious Liberty Commission in November last year. We're speaking in January 2023, but in November 2022, the Religious Liberty Commission of the Latin Evangelical Alliance was founded, and it's a very timely initiative to put the issue of religious freedom on the agenda and bring visibility to less known dimensions of religious freedom violations on this continent, and support evangelicals to respond to those challenges.
So you hear a lot of animals, not only kids, but a lot of animals. In fact, Costa Rica has some very special animals like the jaguar or the sloth, and so that's part of life here. Dennis, you have a special project for 2023, or to start at least, in checking out the situation of religious liberty on an through academic materials. Tell us a little bit about that.
This year we're going to start with a new project called the Global Religious Freedom Index, which is an instrument to measure and compare religious discrimination throughout the world by different faiths. So not just focusing on Christians, but on all different faiths, different religious minorities throughout the world. And the idea is to be able to track the intensity and compare the situation. And as IIRF, we have always, even though we're part of the World Evangelical Alliance, we have always had this mission to promote religious freedom for all faiths, and this is one very important instrument we have for that. So please expect that this year. In addition to that, we're also going to make the Violent Incidents Database global, which is a data collection instrument of hard facts of religious persecution that will also be publicly available, and that will also be launched in the course of this year.